Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Park National Bank, Dagger Law, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, The Carriage Company, Huddle Tire and Auto, the Fairfield County Commissioner's Office, South Central Power, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. And down on the field, Marion Royster. We are thrilled to be back bringing you high school football as a three-man crew tonight. We've got the Lancaster Golden Gaels hosting the Pickerington North Panthers. And I tell you what, great to have you back, Marion. I missed you last year.
I missed you guys too, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be back with you guys, let me tell you. And just to have football back, the way it's supposed to be played, fans in the stands. Packed house tonight here at Lancaster High School. The field looks great. A little bit warm, but not too warm to the point to where it might, be inhibiting the players, from making a good plays tonight. But looking forward to it. And again, can't tell you how excited I am to be back with you guys tonight.
Tonight's pregame brought to you by Personal Touch Party Rentals. Carol and Eric Whittington would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events Center in Lancaster. They are a small family-owned business and have been serving the Central Ohio area since 2003. They would love to help plan your next event, weddings, special events, even corporate events, all with a personal touch. They can be reached at 740-689-6991. Let's get into the keys of the game, brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right.
Well, when you look at both teams, Jared, first game's always up in the air a lot. And Coach Hillerich at Pick North made a point that, he and Coach Schoonover, they're both Grove Park graduates, so there's a lot of familiarity. But he really thinks one of the keys is trying to upset Lancaster's tempo offensively.
Just about set to kick it away. They are teeing it up. Kickoff is brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. The Gaels will be kicking it off. And back deep for Pickerington North is number 2, Adam Sadler. And over on the far side, I believe, trying to check a number. Looks like number 1, Jonathan Lipscomb. Going to rely on you a lot down there tonight, Marion, especially early on while we've got the sun in our eyes. It's hard to see the numbers on some of these jerseys. And the kick goes into the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Take care of you guys best I can.
So a great job by the kicking team of the Gaels to start off by booting that one into the end zone. So the Pickerington North offense will come out for their first drive of the 2021 season, led by head coach Nate Hillerich in his 4th season at Pickerington North. 28-14, 5th season. He's had 4 seasons. In his 4 seasons, he's 28-14. A graduate of Groveport, as you heard Tim mention earlier. And we'll see what his offense has tonight. He's got a talented quarterback, although young, at just a sophomore, 6'4", 197-pound Landon O'Connell. And watch for DeJuan Green in the backfield. Big, burly back, a 6'2", 235-pound junior, and that's who takes that first carry. Yeah. 2nd down and 7. Short pass out. Caught by Eli Coppice. Not much of a game on the play. Maybe he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Briston Poe on the stop for the Gaels. Brings up a 3rd down. And a long 7 or 8 for Pick North. O'Connell brings him up. He has Green standing to his right. Trips receivers out to the left side. O'Connell. He's got all kinds of time. Nice job by the offensive line. Still has time. Now he's flushed out, and he's just going to fire this one over to the near sideline. Pretty good decision. He had pressure coming finally by the Golden Gaels. Number 50, Anthony Smith, coming at him. And a good defensive stand for the Gaels.
Oh, great possession right there for the Gaels defense, Jared. Did a good job of staying in their lanes defensively.
Great job in the secondary by the Gaels as well on that one, guys.
So Pick North back to punt. And for the Gaels, back deep to receive it is number 15. That is David Roby. Gaels should have pretty good field position after this punt. Good snap. End over end punt. Lands right about the 49, and Roby lets it roll and got a good roll for Pick North all the way back to about the 34-yard line. And that's where the Gaels will go on offense for the first time in this 2021 season.
Yeah, it records as a 44-yard punt, so that's a nice job here.
Yeah.
But you know what's going to be interesting, Jared, to watch the Gael offense. You know, what people should look for is you're going to see the same kind of formations with the wing T, but I know Coach Schoonover has vowed that they're going to be a little more creative and do some different things.
Question a lot of people have on their mind is who will come out to start as the starting quarterback, as it's been a big battle between Roland Boyce and Trace Van Gundy, and it will be Van Gundy to start at quarterback in this first series. Everybody bunched in tight as they always are. Golden Gaels. Quick give right up the middle by Van Gundy to, I believe, A.J. Locke, the fullback. No, it was not Locke. Brings up a 2nd down and 8 after a short gain for the Gaels. Tyler Holland brings a play in for Lancaster. Apologize. It is extremely difficult to see numbers, the sun blaring in on the glass of the press box. Looking at myself through the glare, trying to see these numbers. There's a give to number 2. That's Briston Poe around the right side. Decent pickup there on 2nd down up across the 40. And they will spot it. Looks like they're going to spot it right at the 40. So 3rd down and 3 coming up, or 3rd down and 4 for the Gaels.
Yeah, for Lancaster fans, you're going to see a lot of things similar. Alignments are similar. Going to use a lot of running backs. I think Coach's comment was we have a staple of running backs that we can use, and that's kind of been a tradition here, Jared, over the years.
Briston Poe lined up just behind Van Gundy, or he goes in motion, and we've got a whistle, and it's going to be a false start on the Gaels.
And as always, if you're a running team, 2 things that are just, totally cripple you.
False start. Offense, number 12. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Penalties and turnovers, Jared.
Yep.
They hurt any team, but boy, if you're a running team specifically, it's just hard to make those 5 yards up sometimes.
So a 3rd and 4 goes to a 3rd and 9 for Lancaster. Quarterback Trace Van Gundy, a 6', 180-pound junior. We saw him, he got a little bit of action toward the end of last season. Here's Van Gundy rolling out to the near side looking for a receiver. His intended receiver, fell down as his initial read, and then he just throws one away, and it's going to be a turnover or a punting situation coming up for Lancaster.
Yeah, that's a tough situation, rolling left, trying to get his shoulders square up the field so he can get the ball released, and was getting some pressure. Good job of throwing the ball away, Jared. Sometimes that's the best decision.
Yeah, Marion, did I see that right? It looked like what might have been his number 1 target fell down.
Play action fake, and that proved to be fatal.
End over end punt. Gets a really good roll for Lancaster all the way down inside the 20, still rolling inside the 10. And they will down it at the 8-yard line. A great job on the punt for Lancaster.
57 yards.
Wow.
Take that every day.
Well, after the first series for both teams, the players of the game are the punters on both teams. So Pickerington North once again backed up deep in their own territory to start this second drive.
You know, Jared, regardless of how mature your team is or whatever, every year is new.
Yeah.
People have different roles, just the excitement of it, and there's always a little bit of nerves early in the season no matter what.
O'Connell out of the shotgun. Hands off to Green. And he will pick up maybe one on the play out to the 10-yard line. Nice crowd on hand here at Fulton Field. Big crowd on the home side. Student section out in force here at Lancaster. Nice crowd over on the far side for Pick North. I think everybody's just excited to be back in the stands watching high school football. O'Connell back to pass. Hits his intended receiver. That is Jaden Vital. And just not much there.
Defended extremely well. Corners up tight.
Rylan Boyce in on the stop for the Gaels.
And that's not a bad idea. You know, they're daring them to look down the field. And if they're not comfortable, like you said, they have a junior quarterback. Maybe, you know, with the inexperience he has here early in the game, not a bad idea by the Gaels defense to really press the defense.
Yeah, O'Connell's actually a sophomore, the quarterback.
Wow.
6'4", 197. He's got some good size, but not much experience. Here's O'Connell firing one down the near sideline. Out of the reach of his intended receiver, but that's going to be pass interference on the Gaels.
That's just what we talked about right there, Jared. You know, they're pressing them to make that play.
Yeah.
That's a low-level percentage right there.
It was man-to-man coverage, and we'll get the call right here.
Called a hold, I believe.
Okay. Defender just grabbed the receiver as he's running down the field.
It always helps if you can slow the receiver down a little bit and get away with it,
yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
I'm sure Marion had a few of those happen down at the land of the Bobcats.
The times that we threw shoe, yeah, a few. But not many.
Boy, nice job by O'Connell just to bring that snap in, and then a great job by Green just to wait for the pitch and then make something positive out of it. That's a good game. That's the best game of the night for either team.
Yeah, Lancaster's defense had that, you know, really felt that out really well and had it covered, but, you know, just a good effort by Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, number 80, Aiden Riggs, really played that perfectly. I mean, almost jumped the snap and was in the backfield and blew up the play before he got started.
Two receivers down to the near side. Here is Green once again, and hit almost immediately by the Gaels. Tyler Weilbacher, the senior, coming in from that defensive end spot. And I talked to defensive coach Dusty Miller earlier this week, and he's one guy that he told me that Weilbacher's been a huge surprise and a big spark plug for this defense here early on.
Yeah, you never know what happened if you work hard at things.
Right.
You know, he came in from the backside there and chased that down really well.
Brings up a 3rd down and 3. 7:03 and counting. First quarter. No score here from Fulton Field. O'Connell back to pass over the middle. He's got his man at the 45 and brought down at the 47-yard line. Brought in by Matthew Morton.
Yeah, that wasn't poorly defended. That's just a nice pitch and catch.
It was.
May have been number 6, Caden Christopher, guys.
Okay,
number 6.
Thank you, Marion.
Trying to get some tempo here offensively.
And it worked. They drew the Gaels' defensive line off sides. We'll see if they are going to call it on Lancaster. Get that hard count. So we're going to bring up a 1st and 5 inside Lancaster territory at the 47-yard line. O'Connell has Green standing to his left. Screen pass out to the far side. Caught by Dorian Hamilton. And Hamilton's going to take that one for a 1st down.
Yeah, it's just a case of, you know, a quick toss, Jared, get rid of the ball and get it to a player who is an athlete and can make plays.
Yeah. Pick
North
North
football.
They've done a good job of mixing in that pass here in this drive. O'Connell. Wow, nice job by Lancaster defensively. 13 coming in there. That is Sam Fink. Hit the receiver immediately when he caught the football. Short gain of about 4.
Sam's dad was an All-Ohioan at New Lexington.
Yeah. Second down and 6. O'Connell again with Green behind him. Pistol formation. Here is Green. Had a big hole there. Green up near the 30. Going to be close to a first down, but looks like based on the side judge over on this side, that will be shy by less than a yard.
You got to remember, the one thing about Green, too, is as talented as he is, he's also 235 pounds.
Yeah.
That doesn't hurt.
Exactly.
Every bit of it down here on the field, guys. Let me tell you, he's a big boy.
Getting a breather on this play as a handoff going to go to, I believe that's 26. Am I right, Marion? Eli Coppice? Okay.
Yeah, it's really tough to see the North numbers from up here with the sun on our face.
It is. Plus, the numbers are silver on a white jersey. That makes it really difficult.
I did bring some sunglasses. They're in my bag. I can run them up to you guys if you want to fight over them.
Looks like based on the sun, we've got just a few more minutes here and it'll be down behind those trees, hopefully.
There you go.
1st and 10 after the first down carry by Coppice. Now he's going to take the pass and got out of what would have been a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. But he still did not make it up to the original line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to give North some credit here. Lancaster's done a really good job being where they're supposed to be defensively. And, you know, North still moved the ball here.
Yep.
These Lancaster defenders are all over every play, almost like they know the plays. And that's just kudos to. It looks like they've got these Gaels, this Gaels defense ready for every play that's coming at them.
Yeah, I agree with you, Marion. That's what it appears from here.
They've definitely done their homework. O'Connell this time will have DeJuan Green back in there, standing to his left. 2nd down and 11, under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Pass out to Caden Christopher. It's complete, but again, just a short gain up to about the 25. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 8
Yeah, again,
for the Panthers.
That's a good way to get the ball into playmakers' hands. They'll run that little wide receiver screen. They had trips out here because you got a couple blockers in front. And, you know, being a talented athlete might be able to break it. Big play, Jared. Big play.
Yes, it is. 3 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right, with Green standing beside O'Connell to his right. Here comes the pressure from the Gaels, and O'Connell just going to have to throw it away.
There's nobody there. Officials are going to talk about it.
Yeah, they are. We can hear the Lancaster coaching staff.
Yeah,
now
there
the
it
flag
comes.
comes out.
Yep, that's a good call.
And really, that's big. I mean,
sure is.
That backs him up. Any thought of a field goal is now out the window.
It's true. Because you lose the down on it also. That's critical.
For 66, Jacob Rohr did a great job applying the pressure on that one, guys.
Yes, he did. So now the ball will be spotted at the 42-yard line, and they will punt it away, try to play the field position game. David Roby goes back for the Gaels. He'll stand at his 10-yard line. I think that's Coppice to do the punting for Pick North. Is that right, Marion? 28, okay. That would be Preston Bowman. Tries to pooch it and get a roll. Does a nice job. The roll going to go to the side, and they will down it right about the 11-yard line.
Yeah. Your net on that's only 31, but that's a nice punt.
It's a great job by the Lancaster defense. Even though the field was flipped, they kept Pick North off the board.
You know, I spoke to a friend of mine that's a high school football coach, and he always talks about the low percent chance of driving the football for score in high school football from 80 yards or more. It just doesn't happen.
Right.
and it's critical to play the field.
So the Gaels come out 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line. Van Gundy has J.D. Tom, is that 25 behind him? Handoff, first man through. And a nice job by the Pick North defense, snuffing that one out.
How times change, Jared. We have a huge screen down in front of us where defensive coaches are working with the player. It's unbelievable how technology's changed the whole game.
You're right. Yeah, gone are the days of reading printouts and even reading iPads. I mean, they've got a big screen TV down on the sideline to watch what they've done. On the carry, this is Nasir Robinson. Gets out to about the 14-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7 for Lancaster. 3rd and 6. Sorry about that.
Big play here.
Van Gundy waits on the play to be signaled in.
You know what's interesting, as much as, you have a new head coach, Coach Schoonover, but you have a lot of staff that stayed here and is really familiar with this offensive concept.
Van Gundy gives it to Robinson again, and I thought he was going to be able to break free, but they held onto the shoestrings. On the initial hit is Coppice.
I tell you, that's a nice tackle because they had that hole, did a great job on that counter, bringing him back, and that could have broke for big had he not made that tackle.
If Robinson gets away from him, he's got a lot of green turf in front of him.
Yep.
That counter, the only one that didn't bite on it. And
see Coach Carpenter's in the house. Just walked by Marion down there on the sideline, coming to check out his former team. Congratulations to Coach Rob Carpenter on a very good career. The snap goes over the punter's head, and he's going to have to just fall on it at the 1-yard line. And Pick North will have just 1 yard to go to pay dirt. You have to credit Cole Dickerson, the punter for the Gaels.
Yeah.
Rather than, he did a great job just to get up as high as he could to catch it, you know.
Well, here, you just got to fight here. You never know. Don't hand it to him. Dig in and fight.
Yeah.
Got to defend a yard. You talk about Rob being here, 23 seasons head of the Gaels, 135 wins, and 6 conference championships, 9 playoff appearances. Good to see him back here at the field.
Yes, it is. You have to think that someday something will be named after him.
I would certainly hope so.
Here's Green barreling in for the touchdown for Pick North. And the Panthers are on the board first here at Fulton Field. Green's probably thinking, boy, I didn't have to work as hard for that one as I did those previous 2 drives.
No.
So 1-yard touchdown run by DeJuan Green. Extra point attempt upcoming here to try to put them up 7-0. And now we've got a whistle. And Lancaster's going to take a timeout. Timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. Learn more at carriagecompany.com.
And let's give a big thanks to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, I mentioned that we are thrilled to be back bringing you high school football, and we've got our 3-man crew back with myself and Tim Shoemaker and Marion Royster, but we've got a full crew with us. Of course, our Interface Video Productions crew, the best in the business. Bob Campetti, Josh Messerly, Donnie Ziegfeld, Shane Messina, and our intern Skylar Bates down in the truck tonight. And on cameras tonight, Tom Russo down on the field, Jason Roush up on our mid-camera, and then Jim Spires up top with us. And I tell you, it's great to have a full crew back for high school football 2021, and we certainly hope and pray that it can stay that way for a full season.
Yeah, kind of not a good note. I saw that there were 12 high school football games canceled tonight due to some COVID tracings and some of those kind of things. So we hope everybody can stay healthy and we can stay away from any of that.
Yep. Extra point is blocked. Number 2 coming through there. That's Briston Poe blocking it. That could come up big later on.
Yeah, hey, every point matters.
Yeah.
But, you know, I wish, as I sit and watch, I wish those plays were live, though. That was a live ball.
Why not give the other team a point for returning it? Or?
I mean, I know Marion's been around football a long time. I don't know what he feels about it. But I would love to see keep that special team play live until, you know, something stops it.
What do you think, Marion?
I absolutely agree. Yeah, I again, because you want to reward the defense. It's just made a spectacular play by blocking the kick. So, heck, why not give them a point if they're able to return it? So, yeah, I'd love to see it as well. We'll see.
Well, the way Major League Baseball decides to change rules every year, maybe football can change some too.
We won't go there.
1:51 to play in the first quarter. Pick North on the board after that short touchdown run by DeJuan Green of 1 yard. That was set up by a bad snap on a punt that the punter did a great job. Cole Dickerson did a great job of just recovering it at the 1 yard line. But Pick North had an easy task of plunging it in from a yard out. Back deep for Lancaster to receive the kickoff is on the far side, Briston Poe. And on the near side, that is Tyler Holland. And we've got a whistle and a flag. Did somebody line up off sides? Wow.
Not sure.
That was before anybody even moved.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm not sure exactly what number, but they were moving as the kicker was setting up. So
they only have 10 guys on the field also, guys. They just brought one on.
So it's probably a good thing they got that.
Yeah, you're right.
5 yards. Oh.
I mean, if they choose, why can't they play with less?
Yeah. So that backs him up to the 35 to kick it off.
You know, this Pick North team, you know, in that crazy year like we talked about earlier, last year, they went 6-2. They won a playoff game, so you know, they have good players, good coaching.
Kick gets out to the 19-yard line. Poe will take it. Following his blockers, doing a good job just getting right up through the middle, and he's going to get all the way up to about the 37-yard line for the Gaels. So we'll see how the Gaels answer here after giving up the 6 points to Pickerington North.
Well, you got to move on. I mean, you know how that goes in
Yep.
coaching. You have a mistake or whatever, you got to move on. You can't stay there. Move toward the positive and play the next play.
Thrilled to see another former Gael, Quentin Burke, down on the sidelines for Lancaster. I saw him prior to the game. He is a preferred walk-on at Ohio State. He's in his second year at Ohio State. Great lineman for the Gaels.
Yeah, good cut right there.
Robinson there saying that he fumbled the football. And officials are searching for it. Pick North thinks they have it. And they do. Big turnover there for Lancaster.
Yeah, he made a really nice cut, got into some traffic there, Jared, and somebody must have just stripped him.
Number 25, Malik Ray, guys, came in and applied the hit. Was really a solid hit and knocked that ball loose for the Panthers there.
Thanks, Marion.
No problem.
So Pick North, once again, will try to take advantage of a Lancaster miscue. It was late. Looked like Nasir Robinson was almost on the ground when that one was stripped out of there.
Yeah, very close here, but I think it was the right call.
Yeah.
I think just before his knee hit the ground, that ball did come out clean.
1st and 10, Panthers. O'Connell back to pass over the middle behind his intended receiver, who was Josh Colbert.
Really nice protection that time.
Yeah.
I did overhear the Lancaster defensive coaches the last time in front of that fancy screen we were just talking about the linebackers dropping far enough to get underneath those routes. And I think that's one of the opportunities that helped them on that last play there.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's a good point, especially in the middle of the field there.
O'Connell look at the pass again, has pressure, so he just dumps it off to Green. And Green up to about the 37-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down and 7.
You know, in most high school offenses early in the year, you don't see a lot of screen passes. It takes a lot of coordination, timing, and that's pretty impressive right there. That they did a good job with it, and Lancaster defended it very well.
Right. 3rd down and 7 for Pick North. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter at Lancaster High School. And looks like Coach Hillerich is going to take another timeout. Of course, our timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. Learn more at carriagecompany.com. Let's check some other games going on around the area tonight. Fairfield Union is at New Lexington. That one has been the kickoff game of the season for many, many years. And this year they're up in Perry County. The Falcons taking on New Lex. Bern Union is at Coalgrove. Millersport back in action. Great to see the Lakers back on the football field. They are at Miami Valley Christian Academy tonight. Fairfield Christian at Springfield Central Catholic. It is Heath at Liberty Union. Bloom Carroll looking for big things this year. They're at Highland. Jonathan Alder is at Amanda Clear Creek. It's Pickerington Central at Massillon. And Groveport Madison is at Canal Winchester tonight. One game tomorrow night on the docket. That's Fisher Catholic going to open up their season at Tuscarawas Central Catholic. 3rd down and 7 for the Panthers. Green goes in motion. And the pass is over the head of the intended receiver, Dorian Hamilton. But I tell you what, O'Connell had some pressure.
He's getting up off his backside pretty slow right now.
Number 41, Tyler Walbacher, guys, in the backfield again. He's has quite a game going for him tonight.
Yes, he does. Lancaster felt like, they know that Pick North has a talented quarterback, but they also know he's young. They feel like if they can get some pressure on him, then they should be okay. Roby back to receive the punt. Punt angled to the right side. Will it be able to stay in? Wow, what a job by Pick North, but I think he carried it into the end zone for a touchback. Wow. Almost had it down at the 1.
But, Coach Hillerich talked the other day on his pregame show about how talented he felt this group was, but they're inexperienced. And he said, we need repetitions. And he was excited about getting that opportunity down here today against good competition to know that he'll get to see some things. And he said, we're just trying to continue to build like a tight chemistry. He's a big believer in the locker room and team chemistry and pulling that all together. And, so you're starting to see some of those things now that, he's going to be able to see on film next week and hopefully make his team better.
Well, here's one of the big positive. When you've got a young quarterback and, in back there a sophomore, the good thing is he's got an experienced and very good offensive line led by B.J. Donovan and Braden Waits, and he's excited about the progression to watch his quarterback make behind that offensive line.
Yeah, and that's just part of the growth that you have in any sport, but in football from week 1 to week 2, you need to see a lot of improvement.
Sure.
Week 1, you're never really sure how people are going to respond. I don't care what grade they're in. You're just never sure once the game begins and all the activities and all the atmosphere. And this is a great opportunity for both these teams to get some good looks.
Gaels I guess they will get the playoff before the end of the quarter. I thought they did not, but they did get it off. And he stays in bounds. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 7, but that's the end of the first quarter with Pickerington North leading Lancaster 6-0 here at Fulton Field. And, I tell you, it's it is so great to be back, and I tell you, just to be able to see all these fans here. Last year it was limited fans. Most of them had to either watch online or, so I know that, look across the way, and it's almost completely full on Pick North side.
Yeah, we're very fortunate, and I know everybody, I think, was genuinely excited about being here tonight from our whole group of people that, do the work here to provide this for people out there. But, I know I felt it going through the week as prepping and getting ready and talking to you through the week, and it's just exciting, Jared. There's nothing better than high school sports.
Yep.
It's for me, it's the biggest entertainment there is.
Well, there was a personal foul on Lancaster on that last play.
Blindside block. Offense number 12. Half the distance to the goal. Second down. We'll have 1 untimed down and a half.
Really nice addition here with the new press box and new sound system to have the referee mic'd up here.
Sure is.
Makes it nice for the fans. So an untimed down here, 2nd and long. And Van Gundy just going to keep it himself and get it up to the 15-yard line, and that is how the first quarter ends. Pick North on top, 6-0 here at Fulton Field. Marion, your thoughts on that first quarter of play? We might be having trouble with Marion's microphone.
I just know I'm happy to see the sun start to head behind the trees over there, Jared. I feel like I've been on the beach on the Atlantic over there, hanging out. Get Jason Roush to bring us some sunscreen. Holy cow.
Do we have you now, Marion? Maybe not. I see you talking, but I just can't hear you. Sorry, man. Well, let's check some our schedule, our Interface Video Production schedule throughout the season. Of course, some of these games subject to change. If we, of course, see a game that looks like it can be a good game based on teams' records and things at the time, then we could possibly change that. But right now, here's where we stand. We'll be off next week, and then September 3rd, Lakewood at Fairfield Union. On September 10th, Amanda Clear Creek at Liberty Union, or we could possibly come back here, New Albany at Lancaster. On September 17th, Bloom Carroll at Amanda Clear Creek. September 24th will be Liberty Union at Bloom Carroll. On October 1st, Rosecrans will be right here at Fulton Field to take on Fisher Catholic. On October 8th, we've got a slew of games we're going to decide from. We're off on October 15th for Fair Week. Then October 22nd, the big one to end the season, as always, Burn Union at Fisher Catholic. And then, of course, playoffs come your way at the end of October, beginning of November. So a full slate of games here on Interface Video Productions as Lancaster comes out passing deep on 3rd down, and it's complete to number 12, Tyler Holland. Great job by Trace Van Gundy, and an even better job by the offensive line to give him time to pass.
Couldn't have thrown it any better, I don't think.
Yeah. Time of possession after that first quarter, 9:01 to 2:20. Pick North had the ball 9 minutes and 1 second. Lancaster 2 minutes and 20. On first down here, Van Gundy keeps it. We'll pick up just a couple on the play. Actually, wow, closer to 4.
Also, Jared, want to give a shout out. We got a couple of ex-Gale players back here in this game as assistant coaches. We, of course, have Ryan Cheek helping out at Pick North, and Billy Burke, who was a tremendous linebacker here at Lancaster, had been head coach, football coach at Logan High School, and he's back. And I'd like to welcome both of them back into Lancaster football stadium here.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 6 for Lancaster. Give right up the middle to the first man through. Man, he's still chugging the feet. Look at that. Depending on whether or not they give him that forward progress, he's got a first down. Yeah, they're waving the sticks on.
And that's what you like to see when you're an offensive coach and you're coaching backs. You got a fullback like that, keeping his feet going, powering. Looked like a rugby scrum there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. J.D. Thomas was the ball carrier. J.D., just a sophomore, 5'11", 170 pounds. Here's Thomas again. Running game seems to be getting their legs here.
It's actually Luke Peden, guys. Can you hear me? Got me back? 26?
Gotcha. 26.
Okay, good. Yep.
Luke Peden. There we go. He's a senior, 6 foot, 210 pounds.
You know, we've talked a long time, Jared, over the years. It just especially with Lancaster's wing tee offense, it is all rhythmic.
Yeah.
It is so important that they get rhythm, and they got to feature the fullback, which opens the other parts up.
A.J. Locke enters the game at fullback for Lancaster right now. Again, you mentioned the staple of running backs that they have. Here is Locke. Still trying to fight for yards. He gets up to about the 45, going to be shy of the first down marker, third down and 2 coming up.
And as long as you're going forward, that's a real positive thing.
Yep. Clock rolls inside of 10 minutes to play in the first half. Pick North on top 6-0 over Lancaster. Gaels looking at so far, their most productive drive of the night offensively. Locke stays in the game at fullback. Van Gundy going to keep it himself. He's got the first down.
Yeah, I like that. Took a lateral step to the left and then just followed the offensive guard who really came off the ball strong there. I can't see what number it is from up here, but he had a great block.
I believe it was number 66, Jacob Rohr, guys.
Thanks.
66.
Called his name earlier defensively for the Gaels, putting pressure on the quarterback. Playing both sides of the football. Here's A.J. Locke breaking one tackle. Nice gain on first down up to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, start to get a little rhythm, and everything's positive right now. The yards are positive. You stay away from penalties, stay away from turnovers, and it really wears on the defense.
Yeah.
After a period of time, it tests you mentally. How willing are you to line up and take this every play?
And we have a whistle and a timeout. Pickerington North going to call their third timeout of this first half as they see Lancaster starting to drive down the field.
Well, I think that's more of a rest, to be honest with you. Break tempo a little bit. As we said, Coach Hillerich talked about his biggest concern was dealing with Lancaster's tempo offensively.
Yep.
And they really haven't been able to showcase that tempo much, guys, because the offense hasn't been on the field that much, and unfortunately the 2 turnovers for the Gaels has really crippled them. But you got to give credit to their defense thus far tonight, only allowing 6 points off those 2 turnovers. And, again, the Gaels' defense being on the field for the majority of the night. So great job by the Gaels' defense to see if the offense can continue this drive.
Checking some scores from other games around the area. Bern Union leads Colgrove 10-0 in the first quarter. No score, Millersport and Miami Valley Christian. It is Fairfield Union and New Lexington tied up at 6 in the second quarter. Liberty Union leads Heath 7-6, and right now those are the only scores we have at the moment. We'll keep you up to date on those.
Well, I know Bern's expecting to have a big year this year,
Yeah,
Jerry.
they are. On second down, Van Gundy gives it off to Poe. Wide open field for Briston Poe, and he's in for the touchdown.
Right. Caught him on that counter. There was nobody there.
Not a bit.
Guys, and if you recall, that's the same play that Nazir Robinson almost broke and had one guy to beat.
Yeah,
and it looks like on that play they were able to get everybody to go over to the opposite side, bid on the counter. Poe Broker for the score.
And if you're coaching for Pick North, you say, so much for timeouts.
It's true. Isaac Pellini in to kick the extra point.
Now, if you can't find Isaac tonight, just look at his shoes.
That should be required footwear for all kickers and punters. Sometimes it's hard to find those guys. Lancaster getting a late guy in on the offensive line. Extra point is up and good. So the Gaels, after the touchdown run from Briston Poe and the extra point, they lead at 7-6.
Wow, what a big drive. We got us a ball game here.
Yes, we do. So the timeout taken by Pick North may have aided Lancaster more than it did the Panthers.
I don't know, but, if you're in that situation, you're just like, doggone it.
Looking at some stats for Lancaster, Trace Van Gundy, 1 of 2 through the air for 20 yards. Again, we talk all the time. We've talked about it for years. Lancaster having so many guys they can go to running the football. Right now, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys that have run the football tonight.
That seems to just be the tradition here.
Yeah.
Of course, you couldn't have had a better running back coach than Rob Carpenter.
Yeah. Briston Poe, 2 carries, 42 yards. Luke Peden, 4 carries, 15 yards. Quarterback Van Gundy, 3 carries, 10 yards. Nasir Robinson, 3 carries and 9 yards. A.J. Locke, 2 carries and 6 yards. Eli Rathburn has a carry for 4. And Riley Poston has a carry for 2 yards. But probably, one of the best plays I saw on that drive, and maybe one of the biggest plays, was the pass downfield, the 20-yard reception to Tyler Holland early in the drive.
No, it's critical.
Yeah.
When you don't throw it as much, it means you have less reps. So I think it's more difficult when you have an offense like this to make those kind of completions.
Right. Pelini to kick it away. Going to be a short kick taken at the 20-yard line. Riley Jenkins on the return. Or no, check that. It's 21, not 31. And I don't have a 21 listed.
You don't?
For Pickerington North.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, Riley Poston did a heck of a job right there making sure he kept contained, just getting pushed out of bounds. That's discipline on special teams you got to have.
Yep.
And guys, right before that kickoff, Coach Schoonover came over and gave a fiery address to the defense. We'll just say that. I think he can sense the momentum changing here, and he knows it's an opportunity for this defense to really take control of this football game.
Gotta love it.
1st and 10 for Pickerington North, trailing 7-6, 8:32 to play in the first half. O'Connell gives off to Green, and he's hit almost immediately. Once again, Weilbacher, he carried him for a while, but Weilbacher is getting back in the backfield.
Yeah, he's just coming across from the backside, Jared. He's getting himself involved quickly.
Yeah. Tyler Weilbacher, say that 10 times quickly. But he's doing a great job tonight defensively for this Gaels defense. Second down and 8. This time to give. Oh, he broke one tackle. Still on his feet. Almost was able to jump over that one. That's 25, Malik Ray.
Good hard running.
Yeah, Malik Ray's a heck of an athlete, guys. He's made a lot of plays on defense for the Panthers tonight, and that was a nice hard run.
Yeah,
it was.
Gives them the first down up to the 39. Again, O'Connell will keep Ray right behind him. Gives him the pitch. And Ray with about a 4 or 5 yard gain on first down.
I mean, that's a great play for Pick North right there. You've got a running back in motion for positive yardage going full speed by the time he gets the ball.
Yeah.
He had that deep drop, that turn, reverse pivot pitch, and that's just a great play for them.
Second down and 6. Here's Ray again. And a nice job this time. Lancaster defense led by number 13, Sam Bank.
Really good penetration, too.
He just shedded that block like it was nothing, guys. Just got right off the block and made an excellent tackle.
Brings up a 3rd down and 8 for the Panthers.
Well, you know, they haven't put it in the air this drive yet. I'd be shocked if we don't see it in the air now.
Yep. Shuffling some guys in and out. Eli Compass comes back into the ball game. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 down to the left. And a whistle and another timeout taken by Pickerington North coach Nate Hillerich. On this 3rd down and 8, they want to talk about what they want to do here.
Well, the last one on defense didn't go so well, so we'll see if you can get this one, get something positive out of it.
Get a look at the officials right there. Let's talk about who our officials are tonight. I think down in the truck they've got it ready for us. There they are.
Charles Anderson, the referee. Umpire, John Welbrock. The linesman, Brian Lowry. The line judge is Ryan Schwederman. The back judge is Matt Ferdinand. And the center judge is Bill Hammett. And if you notice, as you're watching football and haven't watched it for a while, you're not just going to have the referee behind the quarterback now. That's where you have what they call the center judge now, and he helps with a lot of stuff that's going on the line because they're trying to crack down on illegal crackbacks, blocking below the knees, 2 people on one and chopping them low. So that's why they put the center judge also back there, as you can see here.
So did they add an official to the crew, or they moved somebody around?
No, they went from 5 to 6 most of the crews. Yep, safety purposes. Of course, officials are never going to argue with having another guy out there to see.
Exactly. 3rd down and 8. O'Connell back to pass, and he overthrows his intended receiver. He had pressure from A.J. Locke.
See, I like that. Even though they didn't get him on the ground, they brought extra people for pressure, forcing him to make a decision, and he hasn't seen a lot of this yet.
Right.
That's a really good call defensively.
Got Roby back deep to receive the punt for the Gaels. Preston Bowman to punt it away for Pickerington North. Pretty good kick by Bowman. Backs Roby up to the 25. And going to be wrestled down right about the 29-yard line by a couple of Panthers.
34 yards on the punt.
Gaels will have 6:08 to work with here before halftime.
Yeah, your goal right now is to continue to be solid. You've gained the momentum back, and just be mistake-free.
They had a really good last drive, capped off by a 42-yard touchdown run by Briston Poe. We'll see what they come out with here. It'll be Luke Peden in the backfield, along with Nasir Robinson.
Pick North's got 4 down linemen here.
Robinson goes in motion. He takes the pitch, trying to get to the outside, and he's not going to make it very far, except for maybe a yard gain to the 30.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Pick North defense.
You guys talked about those stable of backs for the Gaels. It's almost like a line change in hockey, the way they bring a completely different set of running backs in at the end of the different drives.
You're right.
So it's a nice luxury to have there for Lancaster.
Yeah, it keeps bodies fresh also.
Absolutely.
2nd and 9. Here's Peden right up the middle. And did I see a flag, or was that a beanbag come in?
No, it was a flag.
It looks like they've changed to those neon orange beanbags this year, and I thought maybe I saw that, but it is a flag right in the middle of the field.
Yeah, they caught Jacob Rohr in a hold, guys. 66 for Lancaster.
Marianne, you played a lot of football. Did you like when it was like the start like this, the weather conditions of being so warm, and we've got some humidity. I mean, we've had it worse, but it's just really warm.
Yes, I did actually.
Okay.
I always thought it was an advantage of mine because I was a guy that never really overheated like that. I never had problems with cramps.
Yeah.
Thanks to the good Lord, I don't think I got a cramp in my entire career. So I preferred that because I thought it gave me an advantage. But not everyone's different, especially the big linemen.
Yeah,
a lot of times up front they have some issues with it.
Van Gundy back to pass. Going to be a screen pass out to Briston Poe. And Poe going to be wrapped up at the 20-yard line. No gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, nice job of setting that up. Just had a missed block out here on the perimeter.
Play clock rolls down inside of 20 seconds. Game clock at 4:33 and counting. Van Gundy gives it to Poe, and he's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's big for Pick North right here, Jared. Try and gain some momentum going into the locker room.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot when you get a penalty. We've hammered that till the cows come home pretty much. At that point, you just can't have those big penalties.
It'll be Cole Dickerson to punt it away for the Gaels. Eli Compass is back deep, as well as Caden Christopher. And punt almost blocked. Good job by Dickerson to get it away. And Pick North will have it right at midfield.
Yeah, guys, I was standing right down here. 66, Grant Burke for Pickerington North almost ran past the punt on that one.
Wow.
I mean, he was in the backfield, and it went over his back shoulder on the punt there. And, I mean, had he slowed down just a half a second, he probably would have had that block.
Hey, the fact they gained 33 yards on that is pretty remarkable, actually.
Yep.
Alex Miller did a nice job hustling down and making the stop for the Gaels right at midfield. So Pick North will have it 1st and 10 at the 50 with 3:41 to play in the first half. Panthers trail it 7-6. Landon O'Connell, the sophomore quarterback, once again has his big back, DeJuan Green, standing to his left. He's going to give it off. Coming around to the near side, that's 23. Dorian Hamilton. Nice pickup on first down there.
Yeah, you'll take 6 yards anytime.
Absolutely. And with just a little more than 3 minutes, you don't have to be in a big hurry here either. You can still run your offense.
Well, they've showed a propensity to want to run the ball.
Yeah.
And up.
Uh-oh, Green. Nice pickup down inside the 35-yard line to about the 33.
Yeah, I know Coach Hillard, he hammered that point that they want to be a running football team number one. And like you said earlier with the experienced line, why not?
Right. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now we've got a whistle and a timeout for Lancaster. Timeouts tonight, of course, brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. Learn more at carriagecompany.com. We might as well tell you that coming up shortly, in about 2 minutes and 44 seconds, will be our halftime band show. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. That'll be brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory and Monuments, family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change. Halftime band show will also be brought to you by Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. That's the halftime band show. It'll be our first look at the Lancaster Golden Gale Marching Band coming up shortly here at halftime from Fulton Field.
An absolutely beautiful evening for football now. With that sun down.
It is.
It's great.
You've got the screen in front of you, though. I've got glass. 1st and 10. Screen pass out on the far side, and it's going to go for another first down for the Panthers. It was to Eli Compass, who's having a pretty good game here for Pick North.
Now that's what they were doing earlier in the game, too, Jared. Just getting it on the perimeter to them quick and have them make plays.
Carey coming to the near side, and he broke a few tackles. He's still on his feet inside the 10-yard line, still going to the 5, finally brought down at the 4, the 3-yard line. Malik Ray, what a run there for Pick North.
Really nice run. You know, Lancaster had that defended pretty well, and you know, he just made play.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line for Pickerington North. Here's Green, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like diving for him. That was that
Rollin Boyce. I think it was Rollin Boyce, number 1, got in the backfield.
Looked like Aiden Rings also helping him out there. Nice job by both those two.
Ball's on the 3-yard line here.
2nd and goal. McConnell pitches it out to Green. Green barreling his way to the goal line, and they'll say he stopped just at the goal line. And now a flag comes in. Wow, that's huge.
Wow.
That's on Pickerington North. That is a huge penalty. They were going to have third and goal from the inch line. Now it's going to back them up 15.
15-yard penalty.
Even if you're baited or whatever, you cannot do that.
Right.
Well, the interesting thing about it, guys, Green thought he was in, so he almost stopped his legs. And had he kept turning his legs, he probably would have got in for sure. But when he thought he was in, he stopped, got pushed back, and that's what caused the ruckus in the first place. So just an unfortunate series of events for the Panthers.
So now it's 3rd and goal from the 16-yard line rather than 3rd and goal from less than 1. McConnell back to pass. Nobody there. Great coverage by the Gaels defense. And he's just going to have to throw it away.
Pressured by number 74, Ty Hedges, and 41. Tyler Wildbacher, 4th and goal.
We'll see what Pick North does here. Looks like they're going to bring out their kicker to attempt what will be looks like maybe a 32-yard, just inside of 32 yards.
We'll see if North can protect those corners a little better this time, guys.
That's true. Kick is up, and he got it. Nice job by number 85. We do not have his name, but a nice job on the kick, getting it right inside that right upright to make it 9-7 Pickerington North. So they were able to muster some points, but I tell you, they've got to be very disappointed the fact that they had a chance right at the goal line, but a silly penalty cost them.
Yeah, Coach Illerich, I'm sure will address that at halftime. You just cannot do that. I mean, as emotional as this game is, and sports are in general, you just have to have a little bit more discipline to know that you keeping your poise is so much more important to the team than losing it.
Right. So the Gaels will have under a minute to play. So we may get a chance here to see if what kind of a hurry-up offense they have, and some passing from Trace Van Gundy. Under a minute, trailing 9-7.
I think at this point they're just going to say we're going to the halftime and see how we go from there, because I believe the Gaels get the ball to start the second half.
Yes, they do.
And only have one timeout left, guys, so I agree with you, Shu. I bet they just take this one in, content with a 2-point, trailing by 2 points.
Yeah.
Kick is away. Briston Poe fields it at the 8-yard line. And he will be brought down by a host of tacklers at about the 20-yard line. We want to say thanks to our first half scoreboard sponsor, Buckeye Toyota. Buckeye Toyota would like to wish all of the local athletes best of luck this season. Buckeye Toyota is your hometown dealer that is here to help. Visit us online at mybuckeyetoyota.com. We also want to say thanks to those folks. Our usual production truck trailer is down, being repaired, and so Buckeye lent us a really nice van to have a temporary setup in. And for those of you at home, you can't even tell the difference that we're not with our usual production trailer. So thanks to the folks at Buckeye for that. 1st and 10 Gaels. Van Gundy keeps it himself, trying to get to the outside, and he'll get up to about the 28-yard line.
Well, I don't know, Jared, if I can remember this ever happening before, but you know it's early in the season. It's still August the 20th, and it's summer. When we look across the way outside the track over there, and they're playing with beach balls. I'm serious. I'm not sure I've ever seen that.
Got a luau going over there.
I guess.
And the Gaels just going to let time run out. And they will take it to the locker room trailing by 2 at 9-7.
That'll be the end of the first half.
And I'll be honest with you, Shu, other than that penalty there toward the end, a fairly well clean played game for game number 1 of the season.
You're correct. Really, there usually are more mistakes and those kind of things going on. So, that's a shout out really to the coaching staffs.
We're going to take a timeout here at halftime. Coming up, we will have the halftime band show brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and Fairfield Federal. Stay with us. This is the Buffalo Wild Wings Interface Video Productions High School Football Game of the Week.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Park National Bank, Dagger Law, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, the Carriage Company, Huddle Tire and Auto, the Fairfield County Commissioner's Office, South Central Power, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
Since the early 90s, Lancaster's DARE program has been teaching students good decision-making skills to help them lead safe and healthy lives. Hi, this is Chuck Sims with DARE. This month, we are very grateful to be chosen as a recipient of Buckeye Toyota's Buckeye Cares program. That means Buckeye Toyota will make a generous donation with every vehicle they sell this month. Thank you, Buckeye Toyota, for helping our community.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
Life is unpredictable. That's why estate planning is important. Estate planning provides you comfort and peace of mind knowing that you're taking care of your loved ones and ensuring your legacy lives on just as you envisioned. You lived a life that is beautifully and uniquely yours. You deserve an estate planning attorney who understands that and creates a plan as unique as you and in the best interest of your loved ones. You deserve the local, trusted, experienced attorneys at Dagger Law.
Ladies and gentlemen, now taking the field, your 2021 Lancaster High School Band of Gold. The band's 2021 field show is entitled An Undying Love, and this evening the band will perform the show's first section. The band will play a portion of Tchaikovsky's famous masterpiece, Romeo and Juliet. Composed in 1870 and inspired by Shakespeare's version of the play, the piece encompasses the conflict and passion between the two feuding families. Let's hear a big Lancaster welcome for Field Commanders Rachel Culver and Julia Ziegler, and you are Lancaster High School Band of Gold. time to get excited. Put your hands together for Friday night favorite, the Hay Song. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Band of Gold. The band is under the direction of Mr. Benjamin Fletcher, Assistant Director Mr. Jared Smith, Production Instructor Mr. Jay Camp, and Public Art Instructor Ms. Britt Tishay. Please be sure to mark your calendar for the band's upcoming breakfast fundraiser on August 28th at General Sherman Junior High School. More information is available on the band's website and social media.
Well, the sun finally went down for us anyhow.
Attention fans, if there is an Alicia Sterling still in the stadium, would you please come to the press box? Again, Alicia Sterling, would you please come to the press box? Also fans, we have the drawing for the Yeti Cooler. If you purchased a ticket for the Yeti Cooler, go ahead and get your tickets out. It is an orange ticket. Orange ticket for the Yeti Cooler. If you are the winner, please come claim your prize at the press box. Orange ticket 804137. 80.
Fairfield Medical Center took care of me like I was family.
I was made to feel like I was the only person that they were going to see that day, even though I knew that wasn't the case.
Everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease.
I was there for 12 days, and I felt comfortable there.
We were people to them, not a number. They took the time to get to know us, our personalities.
Well, they saved my life. You know, how do you beat that?
I don't know how I could have gotten through it without them.
Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
And welcome back to Fulton Field. It is halftime here as the Lancaster Golden Gaels will get the ball to start the second half, trailing 9-7. And as we begin this first half of action, Shu, let's get a quick rundown of your thoughts on that first half as we look at some stats.
Well, like you said, as we left for halftime, first of all, is really well played. Pretty clean overall as far as when you look at penalties. The fact that Gaels lead in rushing, it's no surprise to us, but only giving up 13 yards in passing.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, they've had mistakes which have given up points.
Right.
And that hurts, but you know what? You're in the game. You're only down 2 points. You got a shot here. They get the ball to start. See if you can get some momentum to start this second half.
So it will be the Gaels receiving the kickoff to begin the second half. We'll see what these two teams worked on and talked about in the locker room at halftime. Of course, Pick North had a chance to punch one in for a touchdown late in that first half, but they had a big 15-yard penalty that took them from the 1-foot line to the 15-yard line, and they had to settle for a 32-yard field goal as a flag comes flying in late here on this kickoff return for the Gaels.
Generally an illegal block, Jared.
Yeah, that's going to take some pretty decent field position up past the 30. Going to back them up. Get our call here from the official. The microphone apparently wasn't working on that call, but you saw it anyway. So that's a big one. Backs the Gaels up to the 16-yard line to start this first drive of the second half. They trail at 9-7 on their home field in game number 1 of the season. Hope you enjoyed our halftime band show. The Band of Gold in their first performance of this fall. I guess it's not even fall yet, this summer.
Yeah.
Boy, what a job by the defense there. Leading the way, number 11, David Alabi. Forward progress was stopped right about the 15. That's a loss of 1. Second down and 11 for the Gaels.
Guys, I had an opportunity to talk to Coach Schoonover right before the went to halftime. He said that the defense played really well. He was very happy with their performance. Just wanted the offense to generate some first downs and eliminate the mistakes, but he was overall happy with the team's performance and said in the second half we're just going to lay it all out there, let the chips fall where they may.
Fink carries the football here for a couple of yards. I heard a familiar voice come in there late there as after Marion's report. Someone yelling, let's go Fink. That was Coach Carpenter right down there to the left of Marion. He gets more of the field to work with now as a fan.
Absolutely.
He's not restricted on where he can go. There's Coach Carpenter. 3rd down and 9. Van Gundy has it intercepted at the 20-yard line. Trying to check the number on the man who intercepted it, 26. That is Eli Coppas. He's been all over the field tonight, both offensively and defensively for the Panthers.
Yeah, there just wasn't any place to go with that one, Jared.
Well, and unfortunately, I think Van Gundy tried to make that throw as he was, going backtracking. Didn't get a chance to get his feet set. And just severely underthrown and an easy interception there for Coppas.
Yeah, Marion, we saw it perfectly as you were given the recap. The replay was showing, and it was exactly as you called it.
Yeah, he's back on his heels, and it usually doesn't end up too good for you.
So 1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line for the Panthers after the big turnover. McConnell hands it off to Green, and Green going to skate into the end zone for the touchdown. Not sure he was touched. Roland Boyce for the Gaels is limping back to the huddle. On to kick the extra point for Pickerington North is number 85. Coming up after this extra point, we'll get another look at that touchdown run by DeJuan Green.
What you're going to see, Jared, is how well they had that play blocked.
Extra point up and good. Here it is.
It's harder to tell from that angle, but I'm telling you, he's an outstanding player, but his line just did a fantastic job. They cleared that whole right side, created the opening. He doesn't need a lot.
That's those guys we talked about earlier tonight that Coach Hillerich was excited to have his running back and his young quarterback work behind. That's B.J. Donovan and Braden Waits leading the way. That's one of the strengths of their team is that offensive line.
And that's what, he makes a valid point in a sense that, why not feature that? If that's where my experience is and my talent is, then we're going to feature that and we're going to run the football.
Yep. So the touchdown and the extra point gives Pickerington North a 16-7 lead, 10:25 to play in the third quarter. Back deep for the Gaels will be Briston Poe on the near side. And over on the far side is Tyler Holland.
What's interesting about North, out of 22 starters they have, offense and defense, 17 of them are juniors and sophomores.
Wow. Nice kick. Takes Poe all the way back to the 5. He caught it on the run. Wow, big block by A.J. Locke to spring Poe for more yardage up across the 30. Boy, A.J. Locke just laying the wood, and here's a late hit out of bounds. Going to be an extra 15 yards added onto this one, I believe.
Here's the replay here, Jared. You can see.
Watch A.J. Locke, 44. Right there.
Yep. Put his man on the ground, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And then he got another one.
Nobody says you have to stop till the whistle blows.
That's right.
Good hard running by Poe, too.
And he was 5 yards out of bounds.
Well, once you're beyond the white line on the sidelines, that's you got to give it up.
And it's not hard to see that white. It's not the traditional, 3 to 4 inch line. That's a good 2-yard area of white.
And credit, guys, the entire Gaels sideline here, because normally, I won't say normally, but a lot of times when you see things like that late hit happen right on the sidelines, a lot of times another player will jump in and it'll make a bigger scrum. But all the Lancaster players held their composure. Very, very classy.
Good point. On first down, carry goes right up the middle. Luke Peden on the carry up across the 50-yard line, midfield to the 49 of Pickerington North. Second down and 6. Gaels trail at 16-7. Van Gundy turns, gives to the first man through once again. Again, that's Peden, and a first down Gaels.
Tackled by number 1, Jonathan Lipscomb. That'll be a Lancaster.
Really starting to establish the fullback better here and make some real positive gains using the fullback.
There's a shot of the press box. They've got the neon lights turned on tonight, shining up at us. Van Gundy keeps it himself. And did he fumble the football? I saw a beanbag come flying in, which typically means the ball was loose. But the Gaels recovered. So make it a second down.
Second and 10.
And they give him a short gain. 2nd and 9 coming up. Close to the near side of the field, so Van Gundy just gets the play call from his coaching staff. He will send Tyler Holland split out to the left side. A.J. Locke lines up right behind Van Gundy. He'll be the blocker. Coming around the near side, that is number 4, Eli Rathburn, and a good job by the Panther defense led by number 7. That's Blake Bennett on the stop.
Yeah,
Blake, down and 7 coming up.
Blake did a real good job on that counter that time. He stayed home, did not get sucked inside.
Big third down coming up here for Lancaster. Van Gundy pitches it out to Briston Poe, and it's almost intercepted. Poe threw a rifle on that one. Didn't get any air under it. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and 7.
Hey guys, I don't know if it was part of the play call on that, but the quarterback would have been wide open. Van Gundy, after he made that pitch, it looked like he was circling around to the left side. There was no one on the other side, so I don't know if the play called for that, but it was there for the Gaels if they wanted it.
I'm sure as an offensive coordinator, you're looking at that and saying, okay, let's look at the naked bootleg here.
Absolutely.
Punt is away. Nice high punt, giving his defenders time to get down the field. And it's fair caught at about the 17-yard line. That's where Pick North will take over on offense. Checking some scores from other games around the area tonight. Right now, Bloom Carroll Bulldogs lead Highland 28-14. That game listed in the second quarter, I would assume right around halftime. Amanda Clear Creek leads Jonathan Alder by 3, 10-7 in the third quarter. No score reported for Fairfield Christian and Central Catholic, or Catholic Central down in Springfield. It's Heath over Liberty Union 14-7 at halftime. Fairfield Union and New Lexington still tied up at 6. That one in the third quarter. Miami Valley Christian leads Millersport 22-0 at halftime, and Byrne Union leads Coalgrove 10-0 in the third quarter. Here's Green on the carry over the left side up near the 20-yard line.
Green on the carry, captured by 74 Ty Hedges, 44 AJ Locke.
Ty Hedges gets in on the stop for the Gaels. Bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Gale offense, trailing 16-7, 7:19 and counting here in the third quarter. Green again. A flag comes in.
Green on the carry, flag on the play.
Is that going to be a hold, possibly on somebody on that offensive line for Pick North? Yes, it is.
I'm not sure if it was the flanker out here or the tight end, Jared. Which one they're calling it on, but the Lancaster player went down all of a sudden. That just doesn't happen.
Right.
Now that's big for the Gaels. I mean, when you start to look at this game, and you're a quarter and a half to go right now, and there's only going to be so many possessions by the way how these teams play.
Right.
When you think about 2 touchdowns North has come over that led one from the 1-yard line.
Right. Looks like they're going to audible here at the line of scrimmage. Pitch out to Green. Good blocking out there. He spins away from one tackler and gets up across the 10 to about the 12 or 13-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down, or 3rd down, and 13 or 14 here.
Yeah, really good play by the Lancaster defense, just pursuing the ball, forcing him back into traffic, and then backside people continue to play.
Big 3rd down right here for the Gale defense. O'Connell back to pass. He's pressured. The pass is tipped, but still caught. We got a flag down in the backfield. And the play going to go for just a couple yards. He did a lot of work for a couple yards. Now it's probably going to come back anyway.
There was a lot of seconds taken off the clock for very little yardage.
Yeah.
Holding against Pick North, that'll be declined. Bring up 4th down.
Really, really good possession for the Lancaster defense.
Interesting to get a hold on a screen play like that, guys. Normally you want the line to go through, so you shouldn't want to hold them, as they're trying to get to the quarterback to be able to set up the screen better. But
yeah, we were watching the replay now, and as you were calling it, the hold came on the backside. It looked like the quarterback had his back to it, and he was going to get blasted if the hold didn't come. So that's one of those where you're like, yeah, we don't want the penalty, but you protected our quarterback.
Gotcha.
Low snap on the punt. He somehow gets it away. It pretty much goes straight up, but it takes a Pick North bounce. Going to roll all the way back and be downed at about the 46-yard line. That's pretty impressive for after how that started.
Well, he got 35 yards out of that. And like you said, pretty impressive.
I mean, he picked it off the ground and pretty much just kicked without a step.
And it looked like a couple of the Link guys at the end of that. Wasn't blind.
Yeah. 1st and 10 for the Gaels. After a nice defensive stand, they'll have the ball inside Pick North territory at the 45-yard line.
You know, I would think coming in, I'm certainly not a football coach, but I would think the hardest thing to really get precise and prepared for that first week are your special teams. Mm-hmm. Would you think?
Yeah, I agree. Van Gundy going to keep it himself. He better tuck it in. Great job by the defense. Again, that's number 7, Blake Bennett.
He's been very active.
Yes, he has.
That just never really seemed to develop, though, Jared. Didn't really have any. There was no decoy involved or no deception at all.
Almost looked like Van Gundy was thinking about pitching it out even while he was wrapped up. He had that ball kind of held out there just in his hand. Fortunate for him, he didn't fumble.
Yeah, but I think if he'd have pitched that a half a second sooner, that might have been a 25-yard gain for the Gaels.
Here's Nasir Robinson on the carry. Good run there by Nasir.
Well, as you know, Marion, playing in, this type of offense where you had a lot of options, it requires a lot of timing and a lot of expertise.
Yes, an extreme amount of timing, Shu, and especially when you have a lot of backs that may split reps, so you have to have timing with all of them. So it's not like you can develop a cohesion with just 1 or 2 or 3 guys because Lancaster rotates so many different backs in. They have to make sure that all those guys have their timing down, and you don't have any mishaps or turnovers, potential turnovers.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
That means you work and work and work and work on it in practice with everybody getting reps.
Well, and what happens, too, is players, just like here, they're going to go back and look at film and video, and, some players are going to maybe get more plays next week than others just due to by their performance rating.
The other thing, they had a quarterback battle going all the way up until Tuesday of this week. They finally named their starting quarterback, Trace Van Gundy. Between him and Rollin Boyce, they had a battle going. So they know that if Van Gundy were to go down or at any point they want to kind of go to a second look, that Boyce can provide that for them.
And I'm a firm believer that competition makes you better also, especially within your team. I mean, that competition, if you're fortunate to have it, you'll grow.
Amen to that, Shu.
Here's a handoff to Robinson across the 40. Robinson still on his feet inside the 35. A good run by Nasir Robinson for the first down. That's a big third down pickup there.
Yeah, when you're 3rd and 8, and you run a short sweep there.
Nasir Robinson, the 6 foot, 170-pound senior. We'll see it here.
Yeah, watch this. A little short, deep handoff. Nice cut and hard running.
And a good job covering the ball up, too. Number 6 for Pick North, Caden Christopher, came in there and was trying to strip it away, but a nice job by Nasir.
Well, that was him that had the fumble earlier, wasn't it? So I think probably the point was made that if you want to stay on the field, you got to take care of the football.
Yep. Hey, we want to say wish a very good luck to our intern, Skylar Bates, who's going to be going back to college at Kent State coming up on Monday, and she's been with Interphase Video Productions this summer working, and so she's received some very good training, education, and hands-on experience. That you can't do much better than hands-on experience.
You get in this opportunity right here, there's nothing that could even resemble the opportunity that she's getting and taking advantage of.
Right. So congratulations to Skylar on what I'm sure was a great summer of interning with Bob and the crew at Interphase Video Productions, and we wish you the best of luck at Kent State University. Of course, Skylar, former Lancaster Golden Gael herself. 1st and 10 for the Gaels. First man through. That's Luke Peden on the carry. And somebody getting up slow for the Gaels. That was Peden. So he'll jog off, and A.J. Locke comes in for Lancaster.
I think it had an equipment problem here.
Seemed that way, didn't it?
Yes.
Maybe an earpiece came out or something out of his helmet. So now it's Locke lined up right behind of Van Gundy.
Split backs.
And a good job by the Pick North defense. They read that one good. Locke was the carrier. Number 11, David Alabi, and number 4, Caden Dunbar White on the stop. Brings up a 3rd down and 7 for the Gaels.
Another big 3rd down opportunity.
And Gundy again gives it to Nasir Robinson, and this time he's stopped at the 30-yard line. Over on the near side, 25 for Pick North. That's Malik Ray. Boy, he's done a great job offensively and defensively for the Panthers.
It's been all over the field.
Yeah, he has. 4th down and 6. I'm glad you picked the players of the game tonight.
Thanks.
4th and 6 for Lancaster. They trail at 16-7, 2:36 to play in the 3rd quarter. Poe in motion, pass over the middle. What a catch by the receiver, Eli Rathburn. He had to spin around to catch it behind him. A great job by Eli.
Yeah, I like that play. I'm glad to see that in their arsenal.
It's a quick hitter right over the middle.
It is.
Not the best pass, but boy, Eli Rathburn did a great job.
You can see here, he's lined up at the tight end, Jared, and he just goes straight down the field and splits the defenders.
Wow. Great hands by Rathburn to bring that one in.
Play calls.
Yeah.
Perfect time to call. Linebacker sucked up, right went down.
1st and 10. Here's a pitch out to Rathburn. They're going to reward the guy, and Rathburn tried to get outside, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the Panthers have given the Gaels nothing on the perimeter at all.
Yeah.
Their lateral pursuit is really good.
You hear who was in on the stop? Eli Compass again. Second down at 10. Gaels can get a 1st down at the 4-yard line. Minute 25 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Van Gundy gives it off inside, handoff to the 10-yard line. Briston Poe on the carry. Once again, Malik Ray on the stop. Third down and 7. Ball spotted just outside the 10-yard line. Riley Poston splits out wide to the near side. Van Gundy, quick give right up the middle to Poe. Just got tripped up where he might have been gone to the end zone.
Really had some momentum.
4th down and 3 here for the Gaels.
They may let the quarter run out here, Jared, so they can think about it.
Yeah, I think they are. They're just going to let the time run out, decide if they want to kick a field goal or go for it here on 4th and 3. I don't know. I take the points right here.
I'm going to disagree because I don't know if you're going to get that tight again. That's just me and you having difference of opinion. I don't think whatever you choose is wrong.
Right.
There's no guarantee you're going to make the field goal.
That's true. You want to get in on this, Marion? I think we're missing his microphone again.
You're there. He didn't want to touch it.
So we have 1 quarter to play. We'll get Marion's thought on it here momentarily once he comes back up the field. Maybe he needs to get a little closer to the receiver or something. I don't know. So
hey, that always reminds me, Jared. Here we are, and we are both undefeated as football coaches here in the booth.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. I want to say thanks to our second half scoreboard sponsor. That's Buckeye Lake Marina. If you're looking for a new boat, a great pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. More information can be found at BuckeyeLakeMarina.com.
And let's say thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings again. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
Well, I see the neon green shoes, so I'm going to assume that Isaac Polini is on the field to kick a field goal here.
Yeah. Hey.
It will be officially a 24-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah, Coach Schoonover knows his kids. He felt confident. I like that.
Well.
Makes it 16-10 with 11:57 to play in regulation. So that brings it back to within a 1 touchdown and extra point of victory here. It's a nice job by Polini to boot that one through.
Yeah, and thinking about that, if you don't convert to 4th and 3, then your chance of maybe winning decreases a little bit because you've got to score twice.
True.
So probably a good call on Coach Schoonover and your part, Jared.
Thank you.
Hey, I'll give you that one. I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at it. That's why they make the big bucks.
You'll still beat me in our football extravaganza, though.
Hey, a couple weeks we'll be picking those games. That's
right.
For sure. A lot of fun. You'd be maybe surprised at all the feedback I get on that sometimes. We have a good group. Very, very diverse and interesting group.
I'm still amazed. A little pooch kick here.
Yeah.
It's going to drop at the 30-yard line. A nice job by I'm trying to catch the number, but he made a great decision to just fall on that. Looks like 13.
Yes.
That's Jaden Vital, who just fell on it. But I'm still amazed. I look down here and just at the big screen TV on the sidelines for the linemen to be able to watch, actually the whole unit to be able to watch and see what they're doing, what they're working on.
Well, I mean, anymore, if you have a football staff, you're going to have a tech person.
Yeah, you're right.
You are. With all the advanced things there are, you're going to have a tech person.
I mean, look at that. That's impressive.
Right.
1st and 10, Pick North. This is a big defensive series here for Lancaster. Here's Green on the carry right up the middle, and flags flying everywhere. One came in from behind the line of scrimmage. One came in from across the line of scrimmage. We'll see what it is. It's on Lancaster. That's a big one.
Oh. Would they have a face mask, I wonder?
Signaled like a chop block below the waist.
Cutting the lineman or what?
I think so.
Wow.
The microphone wasn't working to hear,
I know.
But his signal was more like a chop block.
Okay. Generally, that's an offensive foul in that area,
Yeah, you don't usually see any type of illegal block on a defensive guy.
Guys, I'm back, and I was kicking the field goal all the way on that, by the way.
O'Connell back to pass. He hits his intended receiver up near the 50.
Good defense.
Yeah, very good. Forward progress will have him stopped at the 49.
Yep, Riley Poston out here on the corner. Read it well.
2nd down and 6 upcoming. Clock rolls at 11:09. The Panthers leading 16-10.
Yeah, Riley's dad was an all-state defensive back also.
Here's Green. Chugging along up near the 1st down. He needs to get to the 45. He's shy by a couple of yards. Talked to Steve today. as I am teaching now at Thomas Ewing, where Mr. Poston is the principal, and by the way, doing an outstanding job there at the new Thomas Ewing. But he and I were talking about Riley, and Riley's got some big decisions upcoming. They've got some college visits scheduled. He really, really wants to play baseball in college. He's an outstanding baseball player, an outfielder for the Gaels, left-handed hitter.
That's exciting.
And a whistle and a flag before the snap.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
Pickerington North has really shot themselves in the foot tonight with penalties in situations just like this.
Yeah, just some key
short yard situations. So it backs him up 5, makes it 3rd down and 7 rather than 3rd and 2.
A big difference right there. I mean, that was almost probably at a high percentage going to be a running play.
Yeah.
Now maybe not.
O'Connell out of that pistol as he has been all night, has time. Now he's pressured, and he's going to fire it away.
He's giving upset, the receiver heck.
I would say Lancaster will decline this and bring it to 4th down.
I don't think you turn back getting the ball.
No.
Or do you play field position, guys?
I know, that's what I was thinking.
10 yards. That's 10 yards if you're able to hold him. Looks like they're going to decline it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard with only over 9 minutes to go to not take the ball.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to score with the ball than without.
So expert analysis there, Shu.
I mean, you can score on the defensive end, but the probability is pretty slim.
David Roby stands at his 20-yard line to receive the punt. Punt is away, end over end. Going to get another good Pickerington North roll inside the 15-yard line, down at the 13.
I love the fields and everything, but I don't love turf bounces on kicks.
We have seen them tonight. I mean, every punt or kick has gotten good rolls.
Oh, it's been the same justice to every team, but it's just different. I mean, you're playing on carpet instead of the old field.
It always seems to bounce straight. You know, the angle it's going on grass, you never know which way it's going to kick.
No, well, and if there's divots and all kinds of things like that.
Of course, if you're playing on mud, like if you've got a quagmire going at Liberty Union, the ball just might plug. 1st and 10 for the Gaels, trailing by 6, 16-10. Fumble.
Ooh.
So Van Gundy recovers it himself, but it backs him up. And 2nd down and 13. Go ahead, Marion.
Looked like his arm might have got hit by one of the pulling linemen, caused him to cough that one up. So unfortunate break there. Never want the negative plays, especially in this offense.
No, it's that much harder. It's hard enough to get 10 yards.
Notice Sam Fink was over getting a drink, and they were calling for him to try to go in on offense. He had to come running over, and then they said, no, wait, hold on. 2nd down and 14. Van Gundy keeps it himself. Nice run by Trace Van Gundy.
That's as hard as we've seen him run tonight. Yeah, I think he made a really nice decision, got on his left hip of the guard there and went.
Yeah, makes it a much more manageable 3rd down here. Not much there on that 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're trying to get tempo and pace on him, but
it looks like they were a little confused as they were getting a man off the field late.
I see no punt team.
Yeah, now they will put the punt team out there.
I was like, wow.
So the clock rolls at 8:17, and the Gaels will punt it away. Eli Coppas stands at his 45-yard line to receive it, along with number 6, I believe, Caden Christopher. Punt is away. Christopher takes it on a bounce and gets up across midfield, so he's able to gain about 7 yards after catching it on the bounce. And looks like we have a Lancaster player down out at the line of scrimmage. So it might have been, I don't know if it's a cramp. He was trying to hop off the field, and Lancaster trainer Lee Spring just said, just stay down, I'll come to you.
Hey guys, and this is where conditioning really comes into play, especially these early games in the season, not just the you're asking this Gaels field after a short 3 and out there for the offense, and they've already been out on the field quite a bit tonight.
Right.
So, I mean, you look, a few of those players are really huffing and puffing tonight, so we'll see if they can dig deep and get another crucial stop here.
Yeah, this is pretty much going to determine the game probably right here.
Yep.
So Lancaster defense going to have to step it up right here. They've got their backs kind of against the wall here as Pick North has it in Lancaster territory at the 47-yard line. Check the upcoming schedules for both these teams, Shu.
Yeah, Lancaster goes to Marysville next week, then host Olentangy and New Albany back-to-back, all non-league games, and finish out their non-league season September 17th up at Olentangy, Berlin.
First and 10 for the Panthers. O'Connell, low snap, and the pass is out. Caught out on the far side, and what a run after the catch by number 6, Caden Christopher.
Guys, Caden, another one on this offense for the Panthers that have played really well tonight. He's that prototypical slot receiver. He's done a really nice job over the middle tonight, and a nice job on those bubble screens and short passes as well.
Big gain on the play, makes it first and 10 at the 33 with 7:43 to play in regulation. DeJuan Green stands to the right of O'Connell. 2 receivers out to the right side. Here is Green. Green just cut back to the middle as flags come flying in. That might be a hold. There was a big hole there for a reason. After this call, maybe we can take a look at the Pick North schedule coming up. Oh, they called it on Lancaster. I thought that was going to be a hold on Pick North.
Wow. Is that a personal foul?
Yeah.
Gesture than he made before. But he was because I'm not exactly sure what that is, but they've called twice on the Gaels defense, and yeah, I mean this is critical. They're in the red zone.
You don't typically see that motion against a defense, like a chop block or I don't know.
Maybe some sort of, but it is a personal foul, and it's a 15-yarder.
And it sets up Pick North nicely inside the 15-yard line at the 12. O'Connell gives it off to Green. Green stood up and thrown backwards by the Gaels, number 58. That is Smith. 68, Andrew Hanshee.
And he took Green off the field right now for a play.
What a luxury to have Green come off the field and you put Malik Ray in the backfield as well as he's played.
No
My
kidding.
goodness.
That's why you have a program.
Yep.
Yep.
Second and 10 for the Panthers. Clock rolls down to 6:35 and counting. Here's Ray. Ray to the 5-yard line. Or the mark him down at the 6.
Now Lancaster's trying to send a lot of extra people here to make a play, and that Pick North actually went away from the pressure that time on that quick toss.
Was away from the pressure, as you said there, Shoes. Perfect play call.
Yep.
And it worked out well for the Panthers.
3rd down and 4. Two receivers out to the right, one to the left. Ray stays in the ball game to the left of O'Connell. Low snap, he gives it off to O'Connell. Fighting for more yardage, and somehow he's still on his feet. He's close to a first down. I think he might have a first down.
I think he does, Jared.
I mean, he basically was hopping for that first down. He had a guy around his leg and just hopping with one guy hanging on him. The Gaels are signaling that they have the football.
I don't think the officials are agreeing.
No, the officials are definitely not. But it's going to be a fourth down and less than a yard.
Yeah.
And still, I mean, that is the backfield. The team like get popped. Very impressive.
Looks like there's some confusion as Pick North doesn't know what play to run. They might as well just call a timeout, and Coach Hillerich will do that.
Absolutely.
Lots of confusion there on the offensive side. You've got fourth and less than a yard. Inside the 5-yard line, you either try to get the first down and play for 6 points, or you kick a field goal here and go up by 9.
Well, I give a coach a little break on his first night out here because at no point have you simulated this situation.
Yeah.
When you have big staffs in football, you have a lot of people on staff, a lot of input, and sometimes working out those details with the staff, play calls, substitutions, personnel, all those situations. You have not had this happen since last year at the end of the season, probably. And you may have new staff members involved, so I'll cut them a little slack on it here. Now, we're in Game 5, and that's happening.
Right.
That should be worked out by then.
So we'll see what they decide to do.
I think they're going for it.
It does look that way. See what the Gaels can do defensively here. Fourth down and less than a yard for Pick North. O'Connell. Or maybe they're just going to try to draw them off sides and then kick a field goal. Play clock down to 12. They do snap the football. Green barrels forward, not just for the first down, but he might be at the goal line. They stop him at the 1, but it is a first down for Pick North. Boy, what a luxury it is to have a running back as big and strong as DeJuan Green, 6'2", 235 pounds, and he runs hard.
Well, and he's an all-OCC performer as a sophomore.
Yeah.
And you got to give Coach Hillerich credit. Choose your best players.
Exactly.
Well, not to mention that offensive line for Pickerington North as well, guys.
Yes.
Yep.
Watch those.
Play to your strengths.
First and goal. O'Connell again to Green, and he is in for the touchdown for Pickerington North. Makes it 22-10 with the extra point upcoming. Extra point is up, and it is good. Makes it 23-10, Pickerington North. With 4:43 to play in regulation. Still kind of go back to that series that the Gaels had, trailing by 6. Just the last offensive series they had, and they had a chance. But it just seemed like something wasn't right on the third down play. They rushed a guy off. He barely got off the field in time, and the play just went nowhere.
Well, again, I will again give coaches, I'll cut them the slack, because here we are for week 1. And there's a lot of things that have to, be done.
Right.
As far as substitutions, execution of plays, communication between staffs, and all that. So it's part of the reason that you usually improve the most from week 1 to week 2.
I tell you, here's the thing, too, you give credit to Coach Nate Hillerich, is he has used his timeouts effectively. I mean, you've got him, you might as well use him. He's used them. They've made some changes. And now there was one time they called one, and Lancaster was able to set up a good play that hurt him. But he has definitely used the timeouts to his advantage.
Yeah, not going to do you any good at home. Your wife certainly isn't going to pay attention to him.
On the return, it's going to be out to about the 30-yard line or close to the 30. I believe it was Poe on the return. Yeah, Briston Poe on the return for the Gaels. Coming up at the end of this contest, we will have our players of the game, one from each team. Brought to you by Park National Bank and the Edwards Insurance Agency, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, you find out a little bit about your team here. You got 4:37 to go. You certainly don't surrender.
Yeah.
That guy is huge.
Your chances might be slim, but you still have a chance.
Yep.
And you have to play like it.
Van Gundy rolling to pass, looking over the middle. He's got lots of receivers out there. Fires one down. It's caught by Nasir Robinson across the 40. What a catch by Nasir Robinson.
What a toss.
Yeah, it was. Great pass by Trace Van Gundy.
A couple more of those and we'll be back in it.
That's right. Van Gundy hands it to Nasir Robinson. This time he stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, great penetration there.
Is that number 6 once again? Or no, it was number 4 on the stop.
That's right,
That's Caden Dunbar-White.
Oh, he made a great penetration. Watch him here on the outside come in and dive under the blocker to make the tackle. Well, the replay didn't quite come through, but he made a heck of a play.
Yeah, he did.
Here we go.
Oh, this is back to live, I think. Yeah, Trace Van Gundy rolls out to the far side, looking downfield, and throws it over the middle. The intended receiver was 14, Ryan Walker. Brings up a 3rd down and about 11 for the Gaels, and looks like they will call. Oh, it's an official timeout for an injury. There's a Pick North player down about the 26-yard line. Checking some scores of other games going on tonight. Score update, it is Catholic Central in Springfield all over Fairfield Christian 34-0. Amanda Clear Creek leads Jonathan Alder 10-7 in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
It is Bloom Carroll over Highland 28-14 in the 3rd quarter. Byrne Union all over Colegrove 34-6 in the 4th quarter. Heath and Liberty Union, they've got a good tangle going. Heath leads 20-13 in the 3rd quarter. Miami Valley Christian up on Millersport 30-0 in the 4th quarter. And New Lexington pulls one out over Fairfield Union at home 13-6 over the Falcons. Gaels face a 3rd down and 11, 3:32 to play in the 4th quarter. Van Gundy rolling out to pass. Looking downfield. He's got a man open down there. And it's he dropped it. Intended for Eli Rathburn. Rathburn got away from his defender. Was wide open. He actually had to turn his shoulders.
Yeah,
he was running toward the sideline. The pass was to the other side. And I think that just threw off his perception a little bit.
Yeah, he just had to make that adjustment and catch the ball. What a throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, and when I can tell you guys, you the ball just for a split second and then have to flight in the middle of your route. Very, very difficult to do. I know folks will see that and say, oh my goodness, how did he drop that?
Right.
It's not as easy as it looks.
It's like a baseball outfielder.
Absolutely.
You're going one way, the ball's hit, the wind takes it, you have to turn your shoulders, and it's tough. Van Gundy, screen pass. And he's still on his feet. He's got the 1st down. Nice job.
What an effort.
By number 13. That's Sam Fink.
What an effort.
Flag behind the play.
Oh, no, flag down. Yeah, it is behind the play.
That's a middle screen. What great execution that was.
And yeah, you're right. What about the effort from Sam Fink there?
Tremendous.
Officials having a long discussion about this one.
And just go back. Hey guys, real quick. Blackburn, that's why the greats, you see Randy Moss and some of those guys, when they can put the ball back down, run through the route, and then refine the ball when they put their head back up. I mean, it's a special talent and a skill.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's not easy to do.
Well, and I mean, not to mention the fact that not only is he, turning his shoulders from one side to the other and trying to pick up the ball again, he's got a face mask in front of him too. I mean, you've got a lot to deal with there. You've got the lights. Not to make excuses, but that's a tough play.
Absolutely.
And I guarantee you, there'll be one that he's going to relive, and he'll want to run that in practice. In warm-ups, he'll be like, let's run that again so I can try to pick it up here. And on 4th down, Van Gundy is sacked way back in Pick North territory at the 45-yard line. Turnover on downs.
I would venture to say this in perception of when you have a predominantly running team and that's what you practice and that's your strength, I would think one of the hardest things to do is teach them then how to pass block.
Sure.
And because you're passing now in crucial situations.
Game clock to 3:05.
They asked to reset the game clock to 3:05, so 3:05 to play in the game, 23-10. Pick North on top of Lancaster here at Fulton Field in game number 1 of the high school football season.
Well, Lancaster still got all 3 timeouts here, Jared.
Yeah.
So you got to stiffen up real tight here, stop the clock, get the ball back.
O'Connell gives it to Green. Nice carry. Pick up of about 3 on the play. And Lancaster does call a timeout here. 3:01 to play in the ball game. Once again, want to say thank you to our Interphase Video Productions crew. Down in the truck tonight, we have Bob Campetti, Josh Messerly, Donnie Ziegfeld, Shane Messina, and our intern, again, wishing Skylar Bates the best of luck as she's going to be heading off to Kent State for her junior year. Our cameras tonight, the one you're looking at right there, Jason Roush in the stands tonight. And he is shooting that shot you're looking at there at Tom Russo down on the field. And Tom, I believe, is getting a shot of Jim Spires up close to us, down below the press box. So great to have our full crew back with us again for this 2021 season. And Tim, I got to say, it's a real pleasure to have you back. We definitely missed you during basketball season. It's great that you're back healthy, and I tell you, we're thrilled to have you.
I appreciate that, and it's my privilege, and I feel honored to be here and work with you and Marion and the whole staff.
Second down carry takes him up across the 40. Bring up a 3rd down and about 3 here. Looks like Lancaster may be electing to save a timeout here, try to get to 4th down. And then if they can get a stop here and use it on 4th and get the ball back, they would still have 1 timeout left, but they're down by 13 as it is right now.
You never know. That's why you play it to the end.
Ooh. Oh, now they take a timeout. A lot of time ticked off the clock.
And again, I will give that to, you got a new staff of people, you got some different things going on. It's week 1. You've never played in this scenario. I think if you had a chance, you would have rethought that. If you're going to take it, you take it immediately.
Right.
Because every second matters.
Yep.
The only sport that you don't have to worry about the clock, as you well know, is baseball.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
There's a different way to kind of prolong that.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 4 for Pickerington North. They lead at 23-10, 2:27 to play in regulation in week number 1. I can't remember. Who did it say that Pick North has coming up next week?
They play, I believe, Walnut Ridge.
Okay.
So they go into the city, and then they play Marysville, who Lancaster plays next week.
Yeah.
They play them in week 3. So,
okay.
Well, watching this, I say Marysville. I'm not sure I'd be real happy about that. Oh boy, here's his toughness.
Wow,
right here.
big first down run by Green.
Yeah.
He's just tough.
He is tough.
He's going to take it down all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, here you go. You see their schedule. Like I said, they go to Walnut Ridge, then they have Marysville. And then, of course, they have the Northern Fairfield County rivalry there with Central. So then they go to Orange, and then, they start division play. The last 5 weeks for both these teams will be league play.
Mm-hmm.
And, what's interesting is, Jared, they're both in different divisions. We'll hit that point here in a second.
Yeah, Pick North not in the same division as Pick Central, but Lancaster remains in Pick Central's division of the OCC.
Yeah, when you look at the Ohio division, which Pick North is, you're in with Gahanna, Grove City, New Albany, Westerville Central, and Westland. So that's a tough division.
Yeah.
Those teams are good. You look at Lancaster's division, which is also good. The Buckeye division, you have Central Crossing. Groveport, which will be interesting for Coach Schoonover, having to go back and play his old pals back there at Groveport, Newark, Pick Central, and Reynoldsburg.
Lancaster takes another timeout after some time ran off the clock. They take their final one with 1:08 to play in the ball game. And Tim, that gives us perfect time to name our players of the game. Let's go with our Lancaster player of the game first, brought to you by Park National Bank. Park National Bank is a family of community banking teams delivering an exceptional breadth and depth of resources to individuals and businesses, providing a hands-on, personalized approach to service and strong local leadership that invests deeply in the places we live and work. Park National Bank, where you mean more. A member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, I think, as always, these are always tough decisions, but I think the player that stood out for Lancaster tonight for us, for 5'11", 188-pound senior, is Tyler Weilbacher, number 41. He was all over the field defensively, tackling from the backside, putting pressure on the quarterback, and just gave a tremendous effort for the Gael defense.
I agree. Congratulations, number 41, Tyler Weilbacher, our Lancaster player of the game, brought to you by Park National Bank. We will get to our Pickerington North player of the game coming up after this play. Looks like they're going to go into victory formation and kneel on it. Our Pickerington North player of the game, brought to you by the Edwards Insurance Agency, specializing in providing personalized insurance coverage that meets the needs of our individual clients. Contact Todd or Dale Edwards today.
Well, for the Pickerington North Panthers here, we select Eli Coppice, Jared, number 26. He's a 6'1", 215-pound senior, defensive back, wide receiver. We saw him all over the field today on both sides of the ball.
Congratulations, number 26, Eli Coppice. There he is, our Pickerington North player of the game.
Now, did you see what happened there? They were trying to kill it. And, Lancaster kids came off the ball, no big deal. And I saw some of the Pick North players grab a hold of the quarterback. It appeared as though he got the penalty. Just grabbed him and, what are you doing?
Yeah. And once again, we have pushing after the snap. Clock continues to roll. It's going to be third down and long, as they'll just continue to kneel on it as Lancaster cannot stop it with 35 seconds and counting here to go in the ball game. So one more kneel down, and this one will be in the books. And Coach Schoonover will still be looking for that first win as the Lancaster Golden Gael coach. And Coach Hillerich picks up victory number 1 on this 2021 season as his Pick North Panthers defeat the Lancaster Golden Gaels by a final score of 23-10 here at Fulton Field tonight. go down to Marion Royster for final thoughts. Marion, we saw really a good game to start our season here.
Yeah, we really did. It was a physical game, hard-fought game, a lot of hard running as we thought that we would see, very physical up front. But in the end of the day, it just came down to the Lancaster turnovers, a couple crucial penalties on defense as well. But there's really no shame in how the Gaels played tonight. I mean, I know they're going to want to have some of those mistakes back, but Pickerington North has a lot of talent out on that field. And they've got a very strong and talented team. So, a lot to build upon for the Gaels. I think they should hold their head high coming out of this. Again, mistakes that I think are fixable and have a lot to look forward to for the remainder of the season. So, great job by both teams, though.
Hey, Marion, before we say goodbye to you, it's great to have you back. We missed you in the 2020 season. We haven't seen you since 2019, but tell you what, it's just like riding a bike for you, right? You got right back on that thing.
I don't know about that, but maybe it's just I'm so happy to be back with you guys and to be in the midst of high school football. Again, a great crowd tonight, a perfect night for it. Couldn't ask for anything better. I'm just happy to be back, guys, and fantastic job tonight. Just glad to be back with you.
Tim, your final thoughts on this one?
I just have to, kind of pounce on what Marion had to say. For the most part, Pick North just took advantage of some mistakes that the Gaels made. Not a lot of mistakes, just they just took advantage of the ones they could, and give both teams credit. And I really believe both teams are going to be even better next week because, as Marion said, these are correctable errors and things as you move along as a staff. You understand your personnel, and there's a lot of factors that go into it in football. A lot of moving parts, Jared, as they say. So, and from my standpoint, I said I'm super excited to be back doing this. There's nothing better than high school. Just any sport in general. I just love to watch high school athletics, and it's my privilege and having a blast again.
Well, we are off next week. We will be off, and then I think we're going to be at Fairfield Union following that. We do have the pleasure of having Marion down on the sideline. He's got Coach Brian Schoonover standing by, so we're going to send it down for some thoughts from the coach. Go ahead, Marion.
All right, thanks, guys. Coach, just thanks for your time tonight. But tough loss tonight, obviously. Pick North had a very, very tough team. But you guys played hard. But it seemed like a couple turnovers, especially the ones that led to the short field, led to those points.
I mean, I thought we shot ourselves in the foot sometimes. The kids played hard. I mean, they're unbelievable. I mean, I love them. And I never question their effort and how hard they work. But, I mean, we got some things to fix. And, we'll get back at it tomorrow and start watching tape and fixing it for next week for Marysville.
Yeah, so you mentioned that, Marysville coming up next week. But, a lot that you can build upon. I think a lot that you can take to the rest of the season. And, again, fixable mistakes, you think, for the remainder?
Yeah, I think that everything's fixable. I think that, week one, it's kind of – you got stuff you got to work on. And hopefully we're a football team that just continues to get better week in and week out, and that's our goal. That's what we talk about, and that's what we want to do. So tonight's, we'll be upset and somber for a little bit, and then, now tomorrow morning we wake up, we got to move on to Marysville. So,
all right, Coach, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck to you. Back to you guys.
Well, let's take a look at some final stats tonight from our game here at Fulton Field. Tim, was the Pickerington North Panthers win this one 23-10, and there you see them. Lots of rushing.
Yeah, I mean, the yards are totally even.
Yeah.
When you look at, 216 to 215, Jared, there's only one way of getting closer. It was just those two turnovers that Lancaster had ended up being points for Pick North, and separates you from being super happy or a little bit down. And like Coach Schoonover said, you're down, but you can't stay there. You got to get up and get better the next day and move forward.
The unfortunate thing, you talk about that, you can't stay down, you got to get them back up. I always tell my baseball teams, the beauty of baseball is you can play the very next day. With football, it's a different story. You've got a whole week. So as a coach, Coach Schoonover's got to get those guys refocused in a hurry tomorrow morning.
It does, and I don't know if I'd have made a very good football coach because that's a long time to have to sit on something and wait till the next week. But that's kind of what makes it exciting, is because then you get ready for that next Friday and you're geared up. But you're right, baseball. Hey, you better move on because the next day's coming real fast.
Yep. Well, once again, we are off next week, and then we're back on the road. We'll be at Fairfield Union on September 3rd as the Falcons will host Lakewood. Falcons dropped a tough one tonight, 13-6 up at New Lexington, so we'll hope to see them get a win on their home field on September 3rd. Again, we want to say thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew, Bob Campetti, Josh Messerly, Donnie Ziegfeld, Shane Messina, Tom Russo, Jason Roush, Jim Spires, and Skylar Bates, and of course our man down on the field, Marion Royster. Your final score tonight, Pickerington North 23, Lancaster 10, as we kick off our 2021 high school football season. For our entire Interface Video Productions crew and Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Park National Bank, Dagger Law, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, the Carriage Company, Huddle Tire and Auto, the Fairfield County Commissioner's Office, South Central Power, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.